Welcome to Keegan and Carlos's Scary Movie Podcast.
Each week, we watch and review scary movies from our giant list of films we've curated.
Each film more terrible than the last.
We watch them so you don't have to,
Or so that we can recommend it to you.
or so you can listen if you've seen them before.
Or so that I don't know, I just want to watch some scary movies.
And scary movies are great. You guys should listen to them.
Carlos, let's watch some
Again,
scary movies.
let's go watch some scary movies.
Let's
go!
They're coming in.
Coming hot. Coming hot, Carlos.
We already talked about this, but I want the listeners to know, and I want them to respond. Let us know on YouTube, on Instagram, on anything. If you go to a drive-thru and you say, I want a number 1, do you mean you want the meal, or do you want just the item, like the sandwich or the chicken nuggets?
I don't ever give anybody the opportunity to respond. I say, I want number 1, no pickles. I would like a Dr. Pepper and fries. That's how I would say it exactly like that.
But he cut me off. I said, can I get a
Idiot.
number 1 spicy with no pickles? Did you want the meal? Yes, a number 1 meal. And then I said, can I also get a number 2 with bacon and cheese? Did you want the meal? Yes, a number 2 meal. I'm sorry. I'm firm in that if I say the number, I mean the meal. And I need them to know that.
I agree. If I just say if I want a spicy chicken sandwich, that's it. That's all I want.
all I
Sandwich,
want.
just the sandwich.
Yeah.
So devil's avocado here.
Guacamole, you.
Some POS systems.
Okay.
You might need to push meal or sandwich before you can do any customizations.
Aaron sounds different today.
We have a
Voice is a
special.
little lower.
We have a special producer today. One of our favorite guests, also writer of Let Me a Chainsaw. We need to talk to you about that, sir. Brian Christensen is back on the air, but behind the scenes this time. Yep. We're excited to have you. He's going to be joining us for a couple episodes, being producer, because
Aaron's off at
Aaron is doing some
Ben Folds concert tonight.
Yeah, with the DSO. That's so.
Yep.
Speaking of the so, welcome to another episode of
Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.
I really want to try this drink, so
Let's do it right now.
Great. Can we skip the trivia and we'll come back to it?
Yes.
I don't even want to tell you what it is because I want you to try it and I want you to tell me what you think it is. Because as y'all know, Brian is a connoisseur of cocktails and stuff as well. So let's clink it.
I've had nothing pumpkin spice this season
and
yet,
sink
so
it.
I'm excited.
Did I get on my face?
Hold on, wait.
Oh, look at that mustache.
Drax! There we go. He stopped. Ooh. I didn't get any. Hold on.
Oh, that's a good mustache. Look at that. I'm proud
Mine's
of
like
that.
a little. Like it looks like I'm
I
smiling
am
almost.
proud. I am proud of that.
Mine just looks like a little. Just a little. Oh, hi, Dex. Oh, he smelled the drink.
Brian, do you have any inklings on what this is?
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
I'm getting a mild hint of some coffee in there. Is there any sort of coffee liqueur in
Kahlua.
there? Okay, so there's a Kahlua.
I could use
It's
some
definitely.
coffee.
I mean, it's just a good pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's a pumpkin spice white Russian. I was like, can you? Cause
I mean, I could taste the vodka.
yeah, it's basically a white Russian with pumpkin
Yeah.
spice cream. So it's so good. We'll get to the movie. The drink is a pumpkin spice white Russian. It's vodka, pumpkin spice creamer, Kahlua, and then we did whipped cream and pumpkin pie spice on top. And why are we doing pumpkin spice lattes, Keegan?
I got a piece of ice in my mouth.
Because it's good.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's,
also,
that's
also true.
This is my first pumpkin
That's also
spice.
true.
Tenacious D. This is my first pumpkin spice of the season. So
Actually,
thank you.
same.
Nice.
I haven't bought a
Brian?
PSL or anything.
Okay, so I've already had a dirty
Okay.
pumpkin spice chai from White Rock.
White Rock.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't typically
That's
go
the only
out of
place
my
I do
way and buy
pumpkin
them.
spice.
This is good though.
But we are watching a movie that this is another one of those for our this will air the Sunday before Halloween.
This is our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So this is one of those movies where I've always tried to get around to watching it, but I never have. I'm I remember the VHS box art freaking me out when I was a kid, and like,
oh my
when I was too scared to watch scary movies, but like taking out and looking at the back of the box when I was a kid and being like, "Oh, that looks really gory and scary, gross." But we were watching Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. You've never seen it. You've never seen.
I like a good creature feature. Here's the thing: is if it's a really cool designed monster, I'm about it. I'm about it.
I'm in. I won't get into anything, but I got some cool fun facts for this one actually.
Nice.
I will say, and I'm sad. I called you this morning, so like, hey, I'm running late.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring something. I actually bought something for this episode.
The Halloween episode.
I went to Spirit and they have these like blind bag thingies for like horror keychains. So there's like Pennywise, there's Reagan from
Ronald
Exorcist. From Exorcist.
I mean,
and a couple other keychains, and I bought 3 so that we could open that on the air, and I forgot them.
well, looks like we have to bring them for Thanksgiving.
Yes, well, I mean, we're a horror podcast, so
Yeah.
we can do that. Speaking of
We used
horror,
to do some other. We got like this out of the blind bag.
well, these are all keychains. Like, they're not going to be
These.
big. They could be like, we can hang them on the thing.
I can hang one from here. Look.
From...
Nice.
From
transi-
there.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was good. We love a good transition. What?
What?
Demons. Excuse me.
What demons?
What 2010 psychological horror film contains a son that astral projects into a realm called the Further? Easy.
Is that Insidious?
It is.
Oh, Insidious.
Yeah. I knew that one.
I don't know. I thought that was 2000. No, yeah, 2010.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is question 2. This is question 2
Question 2
of card 1.
of card 1.
Insidious
Got it.
2.
Insidious 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo. Where
The Squeakquel.
are the phone calls coming from
Inside
in
the
the
house.
movie When a Stranger Calls
Inside
Inside,
the
the
house.
House?
Yep.
Do you just...
They're always coming.
They're
from
always...
inside
yeah,
the house.
honestly,
from
they're
inside
always
the
coming
house.
from inside the house.
That's like half of the plot of the movie, the Scream movies.
You know what?
It's
Yeah.
like they're actually there with you the whole
Yeah.
time.
I'm going to do this one at the angle.
Ooh, an angular cut.
It's an angle cut, and we're going.
Oh, you gotta change to the one
do-
shot. You gotta change to the one shot.
Oh,
That's right.
There you
let's
go.
put
Okay.
her back out. Ooh, she's angular. She's going back in, and she's gonna get shredded.
Dude, so shredded.
So shredded. Let's talk about the movie real quick.
All right.
Let's do a synopsis. But first,
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about the
This
one
is
shot.
really good.
I was really focused on the trivia
I know.
and wanting to comment about they should have brought up Black Christmas instead of
hard B.
yeah.
Hard B.
Hard B.
Everyone talks about When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Speaking of When a Stranger Calls, the synopsis of Pumpkinhead, because that's a segue. After a tragic accident, a man conjures up a towering, vengeful demon called Pumpkinhead to destroy a group of unsuspecting teenagers.
It's always those teenagers.
Always them damn teenagers. Get off my lawn.
All right, let's go watch this movie.
Let's go and let's eat.
Let's eat.
I'm hungry.
I cannot wait to listen to this movie.
Movies are great, and you should listen to them.
Afraid raising the dead ain't within my power.
Will it be all right? Should I be afraid? It's coming!
Looking for an old woman. She lives somewhere in the mountains hereabouts.
All she can do is take you straight to hell. You go home and you bury your boy.
Some folks will say as how she's got powers.
Who are you?
Ed Harley.
What do you want, Ed Harley? Say it. You're looking for vengeance. Vengeance. Say it. There's an old graveyard way back deep in them woods. The thing you're looking for is in there.
It was an accident.
It's gotta run its course. Now it begins. It begins.
get a countdown with Brian.
Brian's really efficient.
Brian is great at his job.
You know what he's not great at? Inviting people back into musicals that he produced that he invited the first time.
I, for one, am happy to have a night off.
Sure.
I'm also going to be at a birthday party that night.
I would have loved to have just been...
And you're also going to be at a birthday dinner that night.
Am I?
Great to know you guys
Whose
are coming
birthday?
to support me.
Vic? We
Oh,
talked about it. They're doing last
I don't...
week, I
don't-
think.
You mentioned it, but he hasn't mentioned it to me.
Oh, well, I'll be at a birthday party
I'll be at home.
at a Brazilian steakhouse.
I'll be at home, not going to musical, not going to birthday, probably playing Spider-Man 2 because I don't have any friends and I'm not talented enough anymore, so...
I agree.
Brian, any thoughts, feedback, comments? You agree? I'm assuming because, you know...
You are such a bitch.
Wait, when?
I mean, if you're just going
Now.
to sit at home, I mean, it's also nice to know that you're supporting me.
Yeah.
By sitting at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going to a birthday party.
I mean,
Hey, I'm doing your set design.
for what?
I'm going to be doing your set design for your show.
Oh, for the actual live production of it?
Yeah, it's already announced, so we can do it. We
Oh,
can-
okay.
yeah. This airs next Sunday.
That's fair.
So, I mean, it airs tonight, live on the
Live on the air!
live on the air.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm
Here's
done.
Wonderwall.
Look at this photograph! Is that Wonderwall?
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about Ready Whip. It's the canned whipped cream, which you put in here instead of making your own. So Ready
Remember
Whip.
when that was like 4 inches above the lip of the glass?
His was mine. Oh wait, mine was.
Yeah.
Yours was the little. Yeah.
Well,
and now
the
it's
cups are cold, so it's shrunk.
Shrunken into it. Yeah,
I feel that.
It shrinks when it's cold.
I feel that.
Do you know what they call Ready Whip, canned whipped cream, in England?
No.
Squirty cream.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Squirty cream.
Do I have another, hell yeah.
Wait, let me go from this end.
Yeah, get a, let's see what, you actually have a mustache, so let's see what it looks like. Oh, you have it on your nose.
Huh?
Got milk? Got cream?
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Did I get it?
How's that nose cream working for you?
That's squirty cream.
Yeah. The Brits call it squirty cream.
Oh, no, I don't have a napkin or anything.
Use your fingers. How's that taste? What did we just watch? Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead. Some sort of head.
I hardly.
Pumpkinhead, I hardly noted.
I hardly know head.
I enjoyed it, but I think both Brian and I were talking about, like, towards the end, I was definitely lulling off.
I was
I
getting
think
a little dozy.
partially because we also had belly. We just ate lunch or dinner. What do we eat? Dinner.
Sponsored by
Popeyes.
Popeyes. Because they paid for our dinner, right?
Yeah, dinner was provided by Popeyes that I paid for.
We're officially monetized. We haven't done that joke in a while.
Yeah, we haven't.
Our monetized friendship.
Monetized friendship. We're monetizing our friendship. Blah blah blah. Looking at you, person. I mean, they don't listen to this. I can call them out.
I know.
Gross. This movie was released on January 13th.
This is a cold. This is really cold.
89. This movie came out the year I was born. Wait, Brian, how old are you again?
Same age.
Same age, 89?
88.
I know. March
I'm
7th,
old.
88.
May 19th, 1989.
Brian, when's your birthday?
January 40th,
Yep.
19. When's your birthday?
April 30th.
April 3rd. I was close.
You were close with the 40th.
Yeah.
So close with the 40th.
Yep.
But this movie originally came out in 1988
My birthday.
in the country
Ukraine.
of France.
France.
It came out in the France,
Okay.
even though it's Italian.
It came out in the front.
It came out in the France.
Oui.
What was the budget for that film? Keeping in mind some of the names that were helping, like the director and stuff like that.
7 million. 7 million? Brian, what do you got?
I was going to go with 5.
3.5. Estimated.
3.5 million.
What do we think they made on opening weekend?
So it's got some sequels, but as we know, in the 80s, that didn't really matter that much.
I think some of the sequels were direct to video.
Yeah. They probably just had the puppet lying around somewhere. And we're like, hey, we can make more movies with this thing.
Hey, we can make more movies with this thing.
Like the one guy, that one
Get some
actor.
more movies. The Rocky character in the movie.
Hey, we can make more movies.
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
I'll say 1 million.
I'll say. Brian, you have a guess?
I was gonna say like 1.2.
You are both drastically over. Only 686.
That's not drastic.
It's drastic enough with Price is Right rules. 686,567.
I mean, I was like 100% over.
I was
So
only
it-
$400,000 under.
Well, it's still off. So
Over.
It did not make its money back in opening weekend, but what about gross?
Did make its money back overall. I'm going to
Did
say
it?
4 million.
Brian?
I'm gonna say 2.8.
Keegan wins with 4.4.
Ooh, $4.4 million.
$million.
That's why they kept making those movies.
Doll hairs.
They just kept making that money off that Pumpkinhead.
All them Pumpkinhead dolls they made.
Yeah. It's a weird creature. Weird looking creature.
For me, it definitely looked like an off-brand alien.
Yeah, I feel like
Like if the head was longer,
Yeah.
it would have been a xenomorph. It had the tail, it had the limbs, it had the height.
it was supposed to be this deformed, I guess because they put voodoo magic on it, but like it was just a deformed kid that they buried in this voodoo pumpkin patch.
It was
cemetery.
an anthropomorphic being.
Anthropomorphous,
Anthropomorphic.
androgynous,
Anthropology.
anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
That's what I said the first time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Great.
was trying to say it.
Okay. What do the Rotten Tomatoes think of this? The critics.
I'm gonna give it a
critics
solid
loved it.
31%.
For the critics?
Yeah. Higher?
Oh, yeah.
A lot higher?
At least twice.
62%?
65.
65%?
For the critics, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the audience?
31%. 65%?
I didn't tell you how much higher. It's 49.
I know.
Yeah, surprisingly, the critics liked it way more than the audience
Yeah.
did. I mean, not surprisingly, but
I could see where they're like, the critics may be, they may like the story a little bit more because there
it
is
had
an
really
actual
cool effects.
story.
It had story. It had cool effects. Had a great soundstage.
Great, just like when we were watching Hatchet, where you just see the beams of light going through the fog.
The best thing with Hatchet was the scenes that were clearly filmed outside, and then the next scene right after it in the same setting, very clearly a soundstage with the fog and the beams coming through.
Yes. Yeah, the fog and the beams of light, huge sort of 90s, late 80s to early 2000s.
It's like our friend that just got married a couple weekends ago.
Okay, that
they had a fog machine.
Did you like the picture I posted of
Christy?
Yes. Completely surrounded in fog.
She's a witch. But that was cool though because then all the sunlight was coming through the trees, and it looked really, really cool. It was magical, just like she is and her hubby now. What was the kill count? I'll technically accept 2 answers. Technically.
9?
Do you have a guess? B-Ron? He's thinking.
This is great. This is
I
great.
think it was only
podcast.
7.
7?
I would have accepted 8 or
9?
9. 9 is if you technically count Pumpkinhead being dead.
But he's already dead.
Well, no,
And he's
because we
connected
have
to the
sequels
guy.
and stuff. Technically, so here's the thing.
Well, no, Pumpkinhead
That-
legit died.
That Pumpkinhead is dead.
Yeah.
The way that I think we all interpreted is that when you pay the price to summon Pumpkinhead, you will become the next Pumpkinhead because she buried his corpse.
That
at the end.
Pumpkinhead didn't have a nose through like the whole movie, right? And then at the end, it had like Lance Henriksen's nose. And,
It
like,
kind of
face.
morphed into his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the two were like I think we all called that earlier on. Like he's tied to him now because of his blood.
Yeah. And
And
like he
so-
stabs himself
in the shoulder with the pitchfork.
with the pitchfork, and the Pumpkinhead's like, ugh.
and then you see like the eyes are all they're connected and stuff.
Yeah.
So when the girl kills Pumpkinhead, eventually he bursts into she shoots the main character because they're tied together, and then Pumpkinhead bursts into flames.
Mm-hmm.
The witch carries the guy who is wearing the necklace that his son made him, puts him in the dirt.
Yep.
He's going to become the
He's
next
going to become the next Pumpkinhead. So that means we got to watch Pumpkinhead 2.
Electric Boogaloo,
The Squeakquel.
the Squeakquel,
Yeah.
and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nice.
Yep. Let's talk about this movie.
Let's talk about
Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead.
Why don't we talk about some
Fun facts with Carlos.
So who is this movie directed by?
Stan Winston.
Where do you know him from?
He did the effects for the Star Wars. Didn't he make the shark for Jaws? Was that him?
Maybe I didn't see that. I didn't scroll far enough. Maybe, but that wasn't one of his like most known for things.
He's done a ton of special effects
Jurassic
in Hollywood.
Park.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Terminator 2, Edward Scissorhands.
Did he do Geiger?
He did Aliens.
He also
He
did
was
Aliens?
also part of
Okay.
it, which kind of makes sense with the way that the creature looked. Although maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself.
I mean,
I'll get there.
It's your fun facts, Carlos. You could do whatever you want with
it. Is. I'll get to that in a second because I really want to read this fact first.
Okay.
So yeah, this was his directorial debut.
Okay.
Because I think you both said, wait, he directed it.
Yeah.
Because he's really known for his effects.
And special effects.
So he directed, and he specifically directed. He did not want to do the. So I'll get to that in a second. But this movie is actually based on a poem by Ed Justin.
Ed Justin, man with 2 first names.
It's true. I'm going to read the poem.
Okay.
Because I didn't realize it was based on a poem. I was like,
Yeah.
when the kids were doing the chant, I was like, are they doing the poem? I don't think it was. But here's the poem that the movie is based off of. Keep away from Pumpkinhead, unless you're tired of living. His enemies are mostly dead. He's mean and unforgiving. Laugh at him and you're undone, but in some dreadful fashion. Vengeance he considers fun, and plans it with a passion. Time will not erase or blot a plot that he has brewing. It's when you think that he's forgot, he'll conjure your undoing. Bolted doors and windows barred, guard dogs prowling in the yard, won't protect you in your bed. Nothing will. From Pumpkinhead.
I like that. I like that a lot.
So that is what the movie is actually based off of, is that poem.
Okay. Nice.
It's similar to what they were saying, but it's not exactly. It was bits of like the beginning.
Yeah, keep away from Pumpkinhead. I was like, I think that's part of it, but definitely the latter half was not in there.
Way off from there.
Where's the one about?
It's a good poem.
Thank you. I wrote it.
Yeah, good job, Justin.
Ed
Justin.
So here it is. So the effects. So he specifically, Stan did not want to be a part of the effects.
Okay.
Basically, he told the people, "I'm the director. I want you to do the effects." And so,
and it was probably people that he's worked with and trained.
Oh,
and
it is.
stuff.
It's people like on his teams that he's worked with before and stuff like that. But he was busy with his directorial debuts. That he was unable to directly supervise their work. So basically, told them, "You create the titular monster, and go."
I like that.
And so, I mean, it definitely, I think they took inspiration from I mean, it's funny that they call it Pumpkinhead because it does not look anything like a pumpkin or a scarecrow.
It has big on the back and bulbous, yeah.
It's bulbous, but really
I wish it looked more like a pumpkin.
It's the whole premise of that is that it's a corpse that's buried in the pumpkin graveyard.
Yeah.
And that is Pumpkinhead.
It had this sort of the same look of all of those sort of creatures at the time, and I think they all took inspiration from Alien and those similar movies like that.
Yeah, I feel like the pumpkin patch was kind of a cop out. Like they could have called him Pumpkin Guy, like for that, like pumpkin monster, pumpkin
monster,
body, like
pumpkin dude.
And I want to say pumpkin head, like the head.
It should be like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I fully expected a creature with the head of a pumpkin.
There's a movie that just came out called Dark Harvest, where the main creature, he's like Pumpkin Jack or something like that, and he's like Pumpkinhead, but with a legit pumpkin on his head. It looks interesting. It looks like it's going to be like a BC or like even worse movie, but like might check it out. Yeah.
So the whole premise of this film is we follow this father and son who we later find out the wife died.
She died
1978.
Yeah, it's just the father and son now.
And I'll say it, he was a good dad.
Oh, he's a great dad.
He was a great, like, he took care of him, played with him, really loved the son, really listened to him. They definitely made you want to love both of them together.
Oh, yeah.
Which means they're going to kill someone.
Yeah.
And sadly, just spoilers, obviously you knew that.
I mean, it's in the synopsis.
It is in the synopsis. It's the son. So these stupid teenagers.
Yeah, these very, very 80s teenagers show
One
up.
who sounds like Rocky.
Yeah.
They come over there. Clearly, one of them's been drinking, and they pull out their motocross bikes.
Yeah.
And they start just riding around and stuff like that. The dad leaves to go do something and tells his son to stay there.
Yeah, okay, he was a good dad until that moment.
You stay here. Don't do anything. I'm going to leave you unsupervised in this store.
Yeah. With your dog. He had Gypsy the dog, which you cannot say that dog's name anymore.
Gypsy the dog?
Gypsy?
Gypsy?
You can't say that.
Gypsy the dog?
Yeah.
Gypsy.
That's a slur.
Gypsy is?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since a while back.
Well, so is homeless apparently, but I'm still going to say homeless.
Whoa! Canceled.
Okay, bye. Well, so is spooky apparently, but I'm still going to use spooky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Certain words are... People are getting butthurt over things because they want to be
why
butthurt.
is spooky a...
It's apparently derogatory towards African Americans, something with World War II. African American pilots were called spooky or something.
Okay.
That's a whole other thing we can talk about later.
I'm not making it up. I read
No, I know.
But it's, yeah.
Okay.
We're getting off topic. but
Usually not the word spooky. It's normally without the Y.
spook.
I got
I've never heard spooky.
The things that
that
I were
way.
reading were a surprise, like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. People are like, we can't say spooky during Halloween season. So, I mean, you're probably 100%
because the
correct.
other is
Yeah.
a slur. But
Yeah.
we can talk about
Yeah.
that later.
But, I mean, I'm still going to say spooky. Sorry. Halloween.
This is not Keegan and Carlos's
Spoopy.
racial epithet podcast.
Keegan and Carlos's racial
epithet.
podcast. We can say words.
Anthropomorphic.
I was going to say
Anthony Pudgy?
Anthropomorphic.
The androgynous anthropomorphic android.
The androgynous anthropomorphic anthropological.
Android.
That's not a word.
Anthropological.
Anthropological. Anthropological?
Yeah, the study of like history and stuff.
No, history.
Right? Or like fossils and stuff.
Anthropology?
Oh wait, what is that?
Not the study of history.
What is it?
Cultures.
Cultures. Okay. Okay. Close
History.
enough.
Fossils.
Close enough.
Okay. Fossils?
I know that's different.
That's
a
very
paleontologist.
History is the study of history.
Oh, who would have thunk it?
Histology.
Who
That's called
would have thunk it?
hysterectomy.
That's
That's-
very
that's
different. That is very different.
Anthropology, okay, but like I was almost there. Come on, I was gonna get there eventually.
Anthropology is the study of teenage fashion.
There you go. Didn't know that, did you, Carlos?
That's
Bam.
a store. That is a
Whoa! You can't call things a store, Carlos.
that is a retail provider. You happy?
Great story, bro.
Great story, bro. You know what else was a great story?
What?
The fact that the costume that the character that did the main monster wore,
Yeah,
it weighed 65 pounds.
that's heavy,
That is heavy.
but it's distributed over your whole body.
I mean, yeah.
So
But it's still very heavy
Still
to walk
heavy.
around with. I don't remember this. I mean, I also was dozing off through a lot of this movie because I was very tired. But Lance Henriksen gathered all of the silver dollars himself by visiting several pawn shops. He said that most of them fell through the floorboards of Haggis's shack, where they may still lie. Were there silver dollars? Did I miss?
that's
silver
what he was put. That's what the payment. He
I
was
thought those were
giving her.
gold coins.
It really,
I
it really
missed it.
didn't read.
Yeah.
as I thought it was gold as well.
I thought it was
Same.
gold.
But that's what he was. I
The
think
lighting
Silver
in there
dollars.
was
Yeah.
I mean, it was all.
I remember he
fire.
dropped one and then picked it up, and there was like tarantulas.
Those were cool.
I'd eat it.
I liked her little hut. We were like, yeah, this is very Resident Evil 7.
Oh yeah. Well, her hut was 7, and she was definitely Marguerite.
Oh yeah.
But then there's a couple times where I was like, this reads more Resident Evil 4. And we're talking video games, not the movies. Because the movies are
Garbage.
They're enjoyable for what they are, but not compared to the
I think I
games.
saw every single one of those movies in the movie theater.
I think I own them all.
Oh, you should watch them all.
Because I bought the first one. You know me, I'm a completionist. And if I have one of a set of something, I need to own the set for my shelf.
First one's good. Second one is hot garbage, but it has Nemesis and is pretty
It has
fun.
the zombie strippers, though.
The third... What?
It has zombie strippers.
What? I don't remember that.
In the second one?
Yeah.
When they're going through the streets of Raccoon City, there's like these strippers, and they're already infected, and they're just there. They're zombie strippers.
There is a movie called Zombie Strippers that I've seen.
We should watch that.
I'd be down. That movie was fun. It's real stupid. The movie was fun.
I don't remember any of the other Resident Evils, though.
The third one is when it was Apocalypse, right? Resident Evil Apocalypse was the third one, where it's like the whole Earth turned to sand.
Oh, is that the third one?
Yeah.
I remember the movie that you're talking about.
And then like the fifth one, it's ice.
Do we not care about the fourth one?
I don't remember the fourth one.
Oh, okay, cool story.
And then the sixth one, I don't remember. And then the seventh one, I think.
Where's the one they go to the boat? Is that the fifth one? They go through.
So,
not Antarctica, but it's
that's the one. Yeah.
No, what's the boat? It's
Antarctica.
No, it's called something, and it starts with an A, doesn't it?
Apocalypse.
No.
Anthropology.
I hate you.
Is that not it?
No, they're like, we have to Arcadia.
Arcadia.
They have to get to Arcadia.
Not anthropomorphic.
And it's a clean. Everything is safe in Arcadia because they find out it's a boat that's it's in the water, which is why the virus hasn't gotten there. But then it does get onto the boat because they bring it on, and then everyone goes cray cray, and then they have to Arcadia.
Is it like its own ship where it's like people know about the virus and they're just like.
They were able to get onto this ship, and so while the virus was spreading in the land, the zombies and stuff couldn't get to the ship because they were in the middle of the water.
I didn't like how the third one took it to be like post-apocalyptic, because that is nowhere in the games at all. It's never post-apocalyptic. Yeah. It's always just like
modern
corporate espionage and stuff. That's all based off of like corporations fighting each other. It's never. Like, at the end of it, like, Resident Evil 7, as crazy and, like, backwoods as that whole game is, by the time you get to the end of it, it's, like, corporate espionage trying to hide these things and cover up these things.
Well, it always, even all of them, really.
Resident Evil 8 is the same way.
Yeah, you're in the middle of nowhere in this, like, abandoned
crazy
village.
Big giant castle that you think is like, ooh, there's monsters and zombies in this castle. But at the end of it, it's like, oh, no, it's a virus recreated through this corporation.
And, Umbrella's there, Chris Redfield, all these people are showing up and trying to, like, keep it all under wraps.
But it's never the end of the world.
No,
like,
it's never
none of it's ever the end. And that's
post-apocalyptic.
what pissed me off about the series, is how it went straight, like, post-apocalyptic.
We're not even going to talk about like the live action series on like Netflix and stuff. And
oh god, yeah,
those were garbage.
I watched the first episode of that one and I stopped. I still have not seen Welcome to Raccoon City.
That one was that the movie?
Yeah,
it was closer to the games, but not good. But it was
That's what I
closer to the
heard.
games, and it had a lot of like Easter eggy things.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
It's enjoyable if you know the games because you can appreciate it more.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
I love Resident Evil 2 and 3. Those are like two of my favorite games ever.
4 all day.
Both like the I mean like 4 is up there as like the top games ever made, but like I don't know, 2 and 3 just have a very special place in my heart because I watched them when I was a little kid. I would stay up late when my uncle lived with us and watch him play Resident Evil 2 and 3 until like we beat the whole game. But like my brother and I would just sit there, eat popcorn and drink soda and watch him play.
I love that.
On it's
like a fond memory.
The old tube TVs and stuff. Yeah.
CRTs.
And then my mom and my uncle would stay up late playing Tekken 2 all the time.
Tekken.
Yep.
I love that. So you have like fond memories with the games that you can tie to.
And that's what was fun, was going back and playing the remakes, because like I never really I played through most of Resident Evil 3 when I was a kid. Like
that remake is not as good as.
But I still enjoyed it though.
It's good, but
Yeah.
it's very short, and they cut a lot of stuff. They cut a lot of
The
stuff.
clock tower
The
stuff,
clock tower section is
yeah.
gone.
It was gone. But I loved Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah.
That's one of the best remakes ever made.
2 was great. 2 and 4 because 4 were my favorite. It was so good.
4 got too difficult for me, so I stopped.
no, it was
I
perfect.
could not get through the opening. So
You have to survive.
I know.
It's survival.
I just was terrible at it.
It was
couldn't do
perfect.
it.
I've
I need to try
actually
it again.
played through that one twice.
Yeah, once you get through that opening, you're good. Like the rest of the game is pretty.
It's got to survive.
Yeah,
Welcome to our Resident Evil podcast, by the way.
yeah.
We love Resident Evil here. You know what else
I
we love?
legit love Resident Evil.
Oh, I do too. You know what I did not talk about? We're backtracking. Make sure you go back and watch our Escape from Tomorrow episode.
Escape from Tomorrow, our Disney episode.
That is not the first movie that has filmed without Disney's permission on their premises.
Ooh, what was?
I didn't write it down. I forgot the name. It starts with a B, or it's like Blaze or something like that.
Blazing Saddles.
Yep. No. I think it was like a 2010 or 12 film, but they were the first ones to do something like that. So I didn't write it down, but it just occurred to me. I was like, oh yeah, I had that in the back of my head.
Previous fun facts with Carlos.
Fun facts from last week.
Fun facts from last week.
I do have some more fun facts for this
Oh wait,
movie,
hold
though.
on.
Or not.
Fun facts in the future, because this is our Halloween episode. But last Sunday would be our second episode with Patrick. So in the future,
Make sure you stay tuned for our Escape from
hold
Tomorrow
on.
episode.
That's all right. Only like 4 people are going to be affected by this, so it's fine.
No one listens to these. This is just for us at this point. So this film,
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead,
Yeah.
it was actually orphaned by the bankruptcy of the film company that was originally doing it, which is De Laurentiis Entertainment Group.
De Laurentiis?
Yeah.
What else did they do? They've done some other stuff. I've heard of them before.
Apparently in 88, 89, they went bankrupt.
Okay.
And so this
then
film was
MGM took them
orphaned.
over.
And then eventually it garnered a spotty release, and then it was acquired by United Artists, which tested actually the film under an alternate title, Vengeance the Demon.
Boo! No. Just like they wanted to name snakes on a plane like Flight 451 or something like that. It's like, no. Name it Snakes on the Plane. And like Samuel L. Jackson was like, I'm not going to be a part of this movie if you don't name it Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah, it's iconic.
Yeah.
Did you recognize the cabin where the teenagers were staying?
Yeah, that's the cabin from what? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, actually, yeah.
It legit looked familiar from one of the Friday the 13th or something. Was it really? Wait, Friday the 13th part 4?
Nope.
3?
Wait.
Was it from the final chapter?
That is 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, wait, the final chapter is
That's
4.
the one where Tommy Jarvis took him out.
Yeah.
I was like, as we were watching it, and like we've recently our October Friday the 13th episode was the final chapter.
That's why I was like, wait, the final chapter is 4, which is ironic.
It looked very familiar. And then I'm assuming it's not an actual cabin, it's a soundstage.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing was a
And so
soundstage.
like they just repurposed the soundstage.
Yeah.
So it looked a little bit different, so they probably like moved walls and stuff, but like it looked very familiar.
Wait, you can do that on a soundstage?
What?
What? Apparently there's also a Pumpkinhead comic.
I'd read it. Yeah. I like horror comics.
The Rites of Exorcism. It was supposed to be a 4-issue. Was canceled after 2.
Okay.
So maybe we don't want to read it.
How many Pumpkinhead movies are there? Is that one of your fun facts?
No, but there's a bunch.
Isn't there like 4 or 5?
Feel like I looked that up and then I saw that most of them were like direct to like DVD release or something.
It's nothing I really want to watch because I'm sure there's probably not a lot of gore.
Yeah, you know what? Overall,
I was very disappointed in the gore.
So, and we made
as
this
you
joke.
talk, Carlos, I'm gonna go and tell Drax to be quiet.
Okay, so we made this joke. And we're back.
I don't know what happened. I got up to let Drax or put Drax outside, and I think Brian just completely messed something up.
So you let the dogs out.
Brian like hit something and it just messed everything up.
Way to go, Brian.
Lies.
Trash.
Trash.
Libel, slander, and lies.
Yeah, that's okay.
Trash.
So, no, I was going to, as you were getting up, I was going to talk about, this movie was not gory.
Not at all.
And even the kills and the things that we saw, we joked about it, that it feels like they started putting them in slow motion. Like, anytime you saw, like, his hand come in and, like, grab someone, it would raise them up immensely slow. Because it was like, maybe the movie wasn't long enough, and we just had to fill time.
There was one part that I really liked, and it wasn't gory. It was just kind of creepy, scary. It was when the girls were just in the kitchen talking, and you just see Pumpkinhead move across the kitchen window as the camera's panning. I was like, "Oh, that was a cool
I did
shot."
like when he also shoved that one blonde chick, the Christian girl, shoved her face in the window and like rubbed it, and then pushed it through, and then she was like bleeding everywhere. I thought that was good. But as far as gore goes, this really
was not super
gory. Like I kind of wanted more. I wanted just to see more. They're fine.
Okay.
They're fine. I don't know. I wanted more blood and gore, and I don't know. He did with his claws do like the cross on that one chick's face, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. I definitely wanted more gore out of this film.
We didn't really even see the kills.
No.
Like
it was always after the fact,
up, and then we'd see the body fall or something like that.
And it was just like cuts and scrapes and stuff. It was never like full on
gore-tastic.
Dismemberment, blood.
He never like penetrated with his tail.
He should have. That's a prehensile. Was that tail prehensile? I didn't see it move around much.
Do you think they had a intimacy director for that? Maybe that's why they didn't do that.
Yeah, they didn't have one, so they were like, "We're just."
But it was the '80s, so they could have gotten away with it.
It's true.
We're just
they
totally
didn't put bleachers in the
to watch the
the sex scene.
The sex. Wait, what do they call it? The sensual sexing.
The what? From what? What are you talking about?
Always Sunny.
Oh, okay.
During the not rape, the sexing.
What?
The scene in the show in the one episode.
Yeah, you want the raping. Sorry, the sexing to be classy.
Yeah. See.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay, yeah.
In The Nightman Cometh.
Yes.
Where they throw the covers over to mask
the boy's soul.
Boy's hole.
Boy's soul.
You got to pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
I think if you're playing along at home, that's 10 times now you've had to drink because it's an Always Sunny reference.
Oh, is there a drinking game now?
To our podcast, every time we quote Always Sunny, you have to drink.
Oh, everyone should be hammered. If you're playing since episode 1, you may be an alcoholic, actually, at this point. Like, guaranteed.
Oh, we got any other fun facts?
No, those were it for the fun facts. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the movie is enjoyable.
Brian and I were commenting on, we think you're like, I think it's supposed to be Appalachian or something like that. And I was like, yeah, this is the sprawling hills of Southern California. Very obviously Southern California.
What, can we real quick talk about the other family though?
The redneck family with like 20,000 kids
up in the truck, and then all the kids come out, and they're all like dirty.
I love it. At first you see them and you're like, because of the tropes of the 80s and everything.
And you only see 5
Texas
kids.
Chainsaw Massacre. You think, oh, these are going to be the bad guys. You think these are going to be the people that like do all the murdering and killing.
They look like
the
people that they all live in the house and they're incestual and
like, no, they're just poor and nice.
I kind of like everyone that lives in that area. They know.
Oh yeah,
because the movie starts with the dad as a kid. And his dad and his mom will not. Their friend is knocking on the door. Was like, please let me in. It's after me. It's after me. And they won't let him in. He's like, I will shoot you. If
it was
not
something
get away
like
from
he
door.
killed somebody's daughter or something like that, right?
And they summoned Pumpkin.
Something. And they
Once Pumpkinhead is summoned, whoever it's summoned against, essentially you're marked.
Yes.
And you cannot escape it. And so the friend was marked, and so they're like, get off our property. We will shoot you. Do not make us have to do it.
Yeah.
And the son, who grows up to be the dad, sees Pumpkinhead killing the guy. And so that's how later on when his son dies, he goes to the old woman and says, you know,
hey,
this is
help
what
me
I
out
want.
here. Go get Pumpkinhead to kill these people.
She was creepy.
She's my favorite
Her
character.
makeup, yeah, she was the best.
Yeah.
Her makeup, the thin hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the light hitting the thin hair.
Oh yeah, where you just see
I want
like
to see
the
actress,
skull.
like a picture of the actress who played that part.
Probably hot.
Yeah.
It's like Mia Goth's where they just like
Yeah, that's
put
what you
them
were
in.
saying. Was like, this
If
could
they
be
ever
Mia
did
Goth
a
playing
modern day remake of this, I would want Mia Goth to play that character and them to do kind of what they did in X, where she plays Pearl.
Yeah.
Because they did a fantastic job with her as Pearl.
When are we getting Maxine?
Scene?
When is that coming
I
out?
don't know. It's got to be soon. I've seen things for it already. Probably a 2024 film.
Yeah. A24 film?
A24 film. Yeah. But this is a fun movie. I think it's fun to watch. I won't speak for the sequels. I feel like the sequels are probably garbage.
Yeah. To be fair, I think they are.
To be fair. What would you rate this movie?
On a scale of squash to world's biggest pumpkin, I give it a solid 1 jack-o'-lantern.
Oh. On a scale of Gypsy the dog to
Drax?
motorbike squashed kids,
Yep.
I give this movie 3 pitchfork prongs in the shoulder.
Pitchfork prongs in the shoulder. Nice.
Because the guy got pronged in the shoulder.
What about Brian? What do you got?
What do you got?
What's your score?
What's your hot take?
I think on a scale of pillowcase dresses to flannel blankets,
Yeah.
I'll give it like half a leather jacket.
Half a leather jacket. Good answer. Good score. Good score.
One leathers, please.
One leathers.
On that note.
Oh, wait. Do it again. There we go.
In Night of the Comet, what popular Cyndi Lauper song was playing when Regina and Samantha were dancing in the mall? I'm going to take one guess.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
Because it's the one that I figured they would play, yes.
It's not Time After Time, and I don't know another one, so.
True Colors.
Oh, True Colors. That is a good one.
I always forget that, Cindy. Slash it, slash. Question 2.
Okay.
Electric Boogaloo. Which movie box cover shows one of the title bad guys popping out of a toilet?
Oh, man.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
Oh, he's
Chuds?
green.
What was it?
Chuds?
No.
No.
I know it. It's like Gremlins, but it's not Gremlins. Oh, what is it?
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies! I was going to say Goonies, but it's not Goonies.
Oh my god, you would have been wrong if you said Goonies.
Oh, Ghoulies. That's on our
crazy.
list of things to watch, too.
Goonies?
Ghoulies.
Oh.
That was another one where it was like box art that I saw. It was like VHS cover art, and I was like, oh, that looks cool.
You know what else looks cool? I'm shred this card right now. Shred it good. I'm shred this card right now. Watch it get shredded.
Carlos just wants to have fun.
Oh. Got it.
Do we need to empty that anytime soon?
No.
Okay.
Let's go until it's full. I want to cram it
So full.
So full. So full.
These were tasty drinks, by the way.
That's good. I do want cheers. I do want an actual coffee or something.
Before we watch a legit, real scary movie.
What do you mean? We're done after this.
Oh, yeah, we're done for the day.
We're done for the day. I just to stay awake for the rest of whatever we may do.
Yes.
Did you change your shirt?
No.
Oh.
Did you?
Nope.
It sounds like if you're a listener, you should go back and watch this episode.
Oh,
and
no.
see what happens to Carlos's shirt.
Continuity.
Continuity?
Continuity, where I don't know what that just means, but we can sing this song because copyright.
Well, this has been another episode of Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast. I did the high one this time.
You took the high one.
Hey, thanks for listening to us, everybody.
Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever platform you're listening to us on.
And follow us on Instagram and Facebook so you can make sure you keep up with all of our fun shenanigans.
And if you have any suggestions for scary movies, let us know.
Thanks for listening to Keegan and Carlos' Scary Movie Podcast.